example that we have to sketch the graph. We have to sketch the graph of these parametric equations. Okay, so here we have the parametric equations are given: x is equal to cosine of t and y is equal to sine of t, and we have an interval of t is between 0 to 2 pi. Okay, and this means that t is the interval of angles and t is the angle. Okay, from 0 to 2 pi, and from these parametric equations we have to find the graph. Okay, so in the last lecture I told you that there is a method to draw or sketch the graph of any parametric equations. What was that? That you have to just take the points of t and substitute these points in x and y and draw each and every point, you will get the graph. Okay, this is the one method. Now in this method we have another way, one way to find the graph. Yes, Khalid. Khalid.
Doctor, the voice is come again. I can't hear you good when you do the lecture.
Okay, if I refresh again my session.
Okay, now it is good.
Tell me now, Khalid, is this okay or no?
Yes, yes, it is good now. Thank you, doctor.
Okay, no problem. So we have the parametric equations. Okay, so you have to find the graph by using these parametric equations. Okay, so there are two methods. One method we studied in the last class, which was that you have to fix the points. Okay, I will repeat. You have to choose the points of t and you have to get the values of x and y. Okay, draw each point in the xy plane and sketch the graph. You will find the graph of these parametric equations. This is the one method. The second method is that you have to eliminate the parameter t. One method to find the graph is to eliminate the parameter t. Okay, how it is possible to eliminate the parameter t from the parametric equations? Okay, it is very easy. That you have two parametric equations. Take the square of both sides. Okay, if I take the square of first parametric equation, I will got x square cosine square t. Okay, and if I take the square of second parametric equation, I will got y square is equal to sine square of t. Okay, if I add them, I will get x square plus y square is equal to cosine square plus sine square. And you know that sine square plus cosine square is equal to what? 1. So in the end, which equation we got? X square plus y square is equal to 1. So in this equation, is there any t? In this equation you have did you find any t? No. So we eliminate the parameter t. So from this equation we can draw the graph. Okay, so I explained in the last class, but it was not clear that for the equation of circle, we know that the general equation of circle is x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square is equal to r square. Okay, where a and b is the center and r is the radius. Okay, and in the example we got which equation? X square plus y square is equal to 1. So we have to convert this equation into the general form of circle. So if I convert this equation into general form of circle, that becomes x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square, which is equal to 1 square. From this equation, what we got? What is the center? What is the center of the circle? That is 0 and 0. And what is the radius of a circle? Radius of a circle is 1. Okay, so from this equation we can easily draw the graph of this equation. This is the center point 0 0. Okay, for each axis you will have 1. This is minus 1 1 1 and minus 1. So this is the graph. Okay, so this is the graph of a circle having center point 0 0 and radius 1. So T is the angle starting from 0. T is the angle starting from 0. You remember we have an interval of T, that T is in between 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so this is 0. Okay, this is for example pi by 4. This is pi by 2. This is pi. This is 3 pi by 2 and like this one. So from 0 to 2 pi, this orientation of the circle in this direction, right? Okay, so this is the orientation of the circle. So what is the direction called? This direction called counter clockwise direction, because it is opposite of clockwise. So you can also say this is called anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. Okay, got how we got the graph of this parametric equations by using the parameter. So it is very easy. Okay, this is clear. See, one way to find this is equal to 1. This is the graph 0 0. Thus the graph is containing with the circle this one. Geometrically the parameter t can be expressed as the angles, because t is the angle, right? You can write these in your own English. Sweep out the radical line from the original points. No need for this one on a unit circle. As t increases from 0 to 2 pi, because this line is 0, and then we move from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so this is the orientation. So this orientation is called clockwise orientation, clockwise direction. Okay, and from t to 2 pi, that means this is the full rotation. Okay, this is clear. Now the next is orientation. Orientation is also called the direction. Okay, also called the trajectory. Trajectory, also called the motion, also called the movement. Okay, how you can find the motion of a graph? Okay, the direction in which the graph of a pair of parametric equation is traced as a parameter increase. Okay, how the parameter moves, how the orientation moves. In this case the orientation is like clockwise, anti-clockwise. Okay, so this is the orientation. See, it is written the curve C, the curve in the example 2 above is a unit circle, has a counterclockwise orientation. Okay, so this is the orientation of any graph. In this case, in the example 1, this is the orientation, this is the direction of the graph. Okay, this arrow shows the direction of the graph. For any graph there must be an orientation. It is moving upward, it is moving downward, it is moving in a increasing order, it is moving in a decreasing order, it is moving in a left side or a right side or up and down. So this motion of a graph is called orientation. Okay, in simple words, the motion of any graph, okay, the motion of any graph is called the orientation of the graph. Okay, so if the parameter increase, the graph increase. So we can see from this example that we have to find the orientation of the graph. Okay, indicate the orientation of the graph. Orientation of the graph. by using these two parametric equations. We have to use these two parametric equations and find the orientation of the graphs. How we can do, I will explain here. See, what are the parameters? Yes, Saleh.
Dixon,
Yes,
how are you?
I am good, Alhamdulillah.
Doctor, in this chapter, Doctor, all the question
Yes,
is with the solution.
yeah.
This is a problem, Doctor. You can download chapter, no question with the solution, because I want right, because I want to understand.
Oh, so okay, so you want I write the question and solve by hand like this one?
Yeah, this
Okay,
question.
feel yeah, okay. I got
You
your
understand,
question.
Doctor?
Yes, for example, this is the example. Find the graph. Find the graph of the parametric equation. X is equal to cosine of t. No, x is equal to this is x is equal to 2t minus 3 and y is equal to 6t minus 7. You want like this one and I just explain after that, right?
Right. I want me right solution.
Okay. So I will explain here on the whiteboard, okay? So for the solution, you can see the notes. For the question, I will write here, okay? For the solution, I will
Okay.
explain here, okay? So
Okay.
now we have two parameters. X is this one, Y is this one, okay? We have to find the graph for this one. How we can find? There are two methods. One method is that you can choose different values of t and put in x and y and draw the graph. Okay. The second method is that you have to eliminate the t and you will get x and y and you can draw the graph. Okay. So if I choose the value x, that is 2t minus 3, from this equation can I write x plus 3 is equal to 2t? Yes. So what is the value of t from this equation? The value of t is equal to x plus 3 divided by 2. So choose this value of t and substitute in y. So what you will got? Y is equal to 6 into x plus 3 divided by 2 minus 7. Right? Simplify this one. When you simplify, what you will got? 1 and 3, that is equal to 3x plus 9 minus 7. Okay, so y becomes what? 3x plus 2. Okay, now we have this equation. Is there any t in this equation? Is there any t in this equation? No. So what we do? We can draw the graph of this equation. From this equation, anybody can tell me what is this equation represent? Y is equal to 3x plus 2. Anybody can tell me what is this equation? Is this equation of circle? Is this equation of line? Is this equation of ellipse? Is this equation of parabola? What is this equation represents? Maybe in calculus 101 you study the equation of line is equal to y is equal to, yes, equation of line mx plus c. And what is m represents? m is the m is the slope, okay? C is the
Yes.
y
Two.
intercept. Okay. So
Okay.
m is the slope, c is the y-intercept. So for example, I say this is the graph. In this equation, what is the slope? 3 is slope and 2 is y-intercept, right? So the graph is like this one. The slope is 3 and y-intercept means this graph touches the line of y at 2. So this is 2 and this is the slope and this is the graph. Okay, if you can't understand from this value how you draw, there is another method. How? Okay, let me remove this one. Can I remove this and explain how to draw the graph in a simple way? Can I remove?
Wait, doctor.
I said I want to remove this page and I want to explain how you can draw this graph if you don't know the slope and y-intercept. Okay, see this one. Y is equal to 3x plus 2. Okay, so draw the table for few values of x and few values of y. For example, if I write here x and I write here y, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. If I put x minus 2, what will be the result? Minus 6 and minus 4, right? If I put minus 1, what will be the result? Minus 1. If I put 0, what will be the result? 2. If I put 1, what will be the result? 5. If I put 2, what will be the result? 8.
7.
Right?
8.
8. 3 to the 6 plus 2, 8. Okay. Now draw each and every point. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. First point is minus 2 and minus 4. Minus 2 and minus 4 is this point. You draw, this is the point. Okay. Second point is minus 1 and minus 1. Minus 1 and minus 1, this point. Third point is 0 and 2. 0 and 2 is this point. Okay. Fourth point is 1 and 5. 1 and 5 is this point. 1 and 5. Yes, Khalid.
Doctor, how come 1 and 5? 5.
1 and 5. Okay. Put x here. 3 into 1 plus 2 is equal to 5. So x is 1 here and y is 5. So this is the point.
Okay, understand, doctor. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So second point, last point is 2 and 8. 2 and 8 is this point. Now you have to draw each and every point connect. Okay, so this is a straight line. This is a straight line. And this is point, the red point touch y-axis, right? So this is the y-intercept. This you can find. Okay, if you don't know the method, the previous method, you can easily do by this one, by simple calculation. Okay, few
Doctor?
points of x. You yes.
Why you start in x? Why you start from minus 2?
It's up to you. You can start from any point.
Oh,
It's up to you. Okay, so I choose few points of my negative sign, few points of positive sign. So you can find that what is the behavior of the graph for negative values of x and what is the behavior of graph, what is the negative value of x. Okay, so this graph you can extend till like this one and like this one. Okay, so this is the graph motion. Like you can extend this graph so on, because the shape will be remain like this one. Understand? I will now show the solution and you will see. Okay, this is the solution. Okay, and we will just compare what we did and what is in the solution. Okay, so these are the two parametric equations. First, we choose equation 1 and find the value of t. Substitute this value of t in equation y. Okay, and we got this result, y is equal to 3x plus 3, 2. Okay, so this graph is a straight line. You know, y is equal to mx plus c. If any equation represents in this form, this is the equation of line. Okay, so this represents the equation of line and have a slope 3 and y-intercept 2. Okay, to find the orientation, we must look at the original equation. What are the original equations? These are the original equations. This one and this one. So it is written that if t increases, if a t increase, for example, before t is 2 and then t is 3, what is the effect on x? If I put 2, what will be the x? 2 into 2 minus 3, that is equal to 1. If I put 3 in x, x is equal to 2 into 3 minus 3 is equal to 6 minus 3, x is equal to 3. It means if I increased t, the x will be increased, right? If I increase t, t is 2 and then I increase t2 from 2 to 3, the value of x increases. Similarly, if you see t is equal to 2 and t is equal to 3 for y, so y is equal to 6 into 2 minus 7. So y becomes 12 minus 7, which is equal to 5. If I put 3, so y is equal to 18 minus 7, y is equal to 11. So it means same for x and y. If you increase the value of t, the value of y and x increases. Okay, so it means the rotation, the graph is moving upward, the graph is increasing. Okay, this is the saying in the last. Okay, if t increases, x increases, y increases, t increases. This information tells us that the line stays left to right. Left to right means going upward. So this is the graph. Okay, so this you can say from these points, or you can draw the graph what I explained in the whiteboard. Okay, so any question regarding this example? Any question? Okay, now the next example I will explain here. The next example is that we have to sketch the curve by eliminating the parameter and indicate the direction. Also indicate the direction. You have also tell the direction, it is moving upward, moving downward, or whatever. Okay, direction of increasing t. Okay, what are the parameters? This is t. Okay, what are the parameters? The first parameter is x is equal to 2 cosine of t and y is equal to 5 sine of t, and we have the value of t is in between 0 and 2 pi. Okay, between, I will write again, 0 and 2 pi. Okay, 0 and 2 pi. Now we have to sketch the graph. So what is the method we have to apply? In the question it is written that you have to use the elimination method to remove the value of t. So how it is possible? See, solution. If I choose x, x is equal to what? 2 cosine of t. Can I write x divided by 2 is equal to cosine of t? Can I write? It's simple, just divide the 2. Y is equal to 5 sine of t. Can I write y divided by 5? Y divided by 5 is equal to sine of t. Yes. Now take the square of these two equations and add them. If I take square on both sides, x square divided by 4 is equal to cosine square of t. This becomes what? Y square divided by 25, which is equal to sine square of t. Now if I add them, if I add these two equations, this one and this one, so what becomes? X square divided by 4 plus y square divided by 25, which is equal to cosine square of t plus sine square of t. And anybody can tell me what is the value of sine square plus cosine square?
1. Equal 1.
Yes, yes, equal to 1. So what is the end equation? Becomes x square divided by 4 plus y square divided by 25 is equal to 1. Now in this form of equation we have to sketch the graph. So before that I want to explain that we have an ellipse general equation. Whenever we have an ellipse, we have a general equation, that is x square divided by a square plus y square divided by b square is equal to 1. Okay, in general equation we have this one where a and b are the major axes. A and b are the major axes. How? This is a, this will be minus a. This is b, this will be minus b. So the graph of this one, this is the ellipse. Okay, b square. So b square means b and minus b is the major and minor axis. Okay, so in this case what are the major and minor axes? 2 and minus 2, 5 and minus 5. Okay, so just see this one. Can I write this equation like this one? X square divided by 2 square plus y square divided by 5 square is equal to 1. This is explanation. Now we will draw the graph. 2, okay, it means we need 2 in this side and minus 2 in this side. This is 5 square. We need 5 in this side and minus 5 is this side. Okay, so we have to sketch the graph, and this will be the ellipse. Okay, and t is between 0 to 2 pi. So this line is 0, this line is pi by 2, and this is the orientation. This is the orientation of the graph. Got it? Understand? Is this okay?
Doctor,
Yes.
in cosine and sine,
Yeah.
always I put it over لو x over 2 equal
Yeah. Equal 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Whenever you have sine square plus cosine square, that will be equal to 1. Whenever you have x square divided by a square and y square divided by b square, this is the ellipse. If you don't have anything, only we have x square plus y square equal to 1, this is circle. This is ellipse. This is the question.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is clear. Now I will see the solution and just a brief explanation, because we explain everything here. See, so this is the two parameters. X is equal to 2 cosine of t, y is equal to 5 sine of t. I take this x into x by 2 cosine of t and this into y by 5 sine of t. Okay, taking the square and add them, I got x square plus 2 y square divided by 5 cosine square plus sine square is equal to 1. So this is the equation, and this equation is ellipse. Okay, so this is 4, it means I need 2 and minus 2. This is 25, I need 5 and minus 5. So join each point, I will get the graph of ellipse with the major axis on y axis with the counterclockwise. Why counterclockwise? Because this is the 0, okay, and we move like this one. This is the opposite direction of clock. So this is the counterclockwise, or you can say this is anti-clockwise direction. Understand? This is okay?
Yes, clear, Doctor.
Okay. Okay, good. So now just 5 minutes break and then we will start the new topic, which is expressing ordinary functions parametrically. Okay?